Are you tired of hearing 1% up here, move the comma twice to the left, 0.5% down here, and what the heck is going on in real estate? My name is Taylor. This is HACK&Co at RE/MAX River City. And what we do here is essentially turn these stats into stories. So sit back, relax, and get ready to understand a little bit of what's going on in the Edmonton real estate market right now. And go.
As a buyer in today's market, would you like to know what the hottest price pocket was over the first month of the year? My name's Tony with HACK&Co at RE/MAX River City, and over the first month of the year, we actually saw 653 single-family homes that sold, and we can actually monitor to see how many homes sold in each $5,000 pocket, all the way up to the most expensive home that sold in January, which was $2.8 million. The hottest price pocket that we can see was between $350,000 to $380,000, 84 homes, which made up about 13% of all the homes that were sold. So if you're a buyer shopping in the $350,000 to $380,000 price pocket, make sure you're ready. Make sure you have a pre-approval. Make sure that you know the steps that it takes to action a property once you find the one. And if you're not working with our team, why aren't you? Cheers. Condo properties continue to slide onto the cold list. But where is the coldest segment? My name's Tony with HACK&Co at RE/MAX River City, and there are over 2,200 condos that are currently active in the marketplace. And over the first month of 2020, we saw that 211 condos sold. So we can measure this in $5,000 increments. And looking at all the solds, we can see that condos priced between $95,000 and $120,000 made up about 3% of all of the sold properties. So this is a pretty cold segment. What does this mean to you? Well, we actively monitor this. And if you've got a condo that you're looking to sell in this market, it could be slow moving. But the best way to win in a market like we have got right now would be to get an expert on your side that can help you get above the noise.
What I'm talking about right now is months of inventory, and if that sounds a little confusing to you, what we're trying to do is turn stats into stories, so by the end of this video, it's all going to make sense. If you wanted to know how months of inventory measured basically supply against demand in real estate, what you would do is take all the properties that are available for sale right now and divide them by the number of sales that happened last month. That means that you would know how many months it would take to sell all the houses available if there weren't any new listings, and that shows the relationship of how many people want to buy houses to how many people want to sell homes. So in this case, what we're seeing is it would take about 7.8 months. And what that means is that's really far away from like 3.5 months, which is a balanced market, and way to a buyer's advantage. But the story is not all bad, because really we're actually down 1 month of inventory since last year at the same time. And this is part of a trend that we're seeing all the way across the marketplace. And what it means is that there are less properties coming to the market at the same time. We're starting to see a pretty much even or slightly increased demand. And what we're kind of tracking against that is vacancy dropping. With more people renting properties, some of those properties that would regularly come to the market to sell just find tenants and stay off the market. And that means less competition for your property. So if you're a seller, I would say watch this market, things are getting better. And if you're a buyer, I would also say watch this market, things are getting better for sellers. So that might mean that you should action this idea now. My name is Taylor, this is HACK&Co at RE/MAX River City, and I hope you're doing awesome. Cheers.
How long does it take to sell a property in today's market? I'm Kim Christensen with HACK&Co at RE/MAX River City. Days on market start on day 0 and move all the way through until the property is sold or no longer on the market. January of this year, the average days on market was 73. Last year, January, the average days on market was 79. And 2 months ago, average days on market was 64. If you are a buyer, it is important to pay attention to the days on market when making a decision. If you notice a property has been on the market for more than average days, it could indicate that the property is mispriced. If you're a seller, it is important to know how the average days on market can affect the price of your home. The longer your home stays on the market, the less value you might get. It is important to price your home accurately to get it sold within average days on market and to get the most value for your home. Thank you and have a great day. It's good practice to measure the average sale price when looking at residential property. I'm Kim Christensen with HACK&Co at RE/MAX River City. Instead of looking at the average sale price like it's the average price of a home, look at it like it's the market's appetite. This indicates the average price that buyers are buying property at. January of 2020, the average sale price of a detached single-family home was $413,954. December of 2019, the average sale price was $411,317. Last January, the average sale price for single detached homes was $404,275. If you're a seller that has a property within the average sale price, you will likely have a bigger buyer pool. If you're a seller that has a property just outside this average sale price, this might indicate your buyer pool will slightly be less. Thank you, and if you have any questions, please let us know.
So when we're talking about sales to new listing ratio, what we're actually measuring is how many new properties are coming to the market at the same time as the properties successfully leaving with a buyer. And right now, that's 36%. That would be like saying there's one buyer for about every 3 sellers throughout the marketplace. You might think that that's a little bit bad, especially when you say that that number has dropped by about 50% since last month. However, this is actually up 5% year over year, and that's a natural movement, but the 5% up is not. What we see as being something that we're measuring as a trend right now is that vacancy is dropping. So we don't believe there's as much competition coming to the market right now as there are properties finding successful homes. So this is up 5%. So that means that if you're a buyer in the marketplace, just know that there might be more competition for the available listings than there was maybe this time last year or even the year before. And if you're a seller, things are starting to turn a corner. The group that we're hoping will be affected the most is the group that's hurt the most, which is you folks with the apartment-style condos, townhouses, and duplexes. When nobody could find tenants, it was a real hard go for you guys because a lot of people would list properties that would otherwise be rented. And now with vacancy dropping, I really see this segment poised to win. Thanks so much. Cheers. So basically what we're talking about overall for January stats as we turn the corner into 2020 is things are showing some early indicators that they're getting better. And this is huge news because we haven't had anything like this to talk about over the last 5 years, and we've been watching. We've been watching and waiting, and this is going to be interesting to a lot of people, but it's important that they know where their advantages are. Like those families that are looking to upgrade, you got to get into this market. You guys should identify as buyers because you're buying more than you're selling. And families that are considering having somebody downsize, well, just hang tight. You want to wait for that seller's market that we're seeing right around the corner. My name is Taylor. This is HACK&Co at RE/MAX River City. And if you want us to help you measure your situation so you can manage your situation, this is a great post to respond to. We are easily contacted in any way you find our content. Cheers.